Journey Through Parenthood with Martina Bills.
Brought to you by Southern Ohio Medical Center. Very good things are happening here.
Good Monday morning, everybody. I'm Martina Bills. We appreciate you joining us here on Journey Through Parenthood on the WSAZ Now Desk. Well, it is summer and, well, not officially summer. That's tomorrow. This week, the first official day of summer, but we are seeing warmer temperatures. People are outside. So we are talking about snakes and how to avoid being bitten by one as we spend our time outside and enjoying the great outdoors. And then we'll talk a little bit about it, but it's not just for people, it's for pets as well.
Avoidance is key. These snakes, they're very docile. They don't go after people. They don't chase people. When they bite, they're just defending themselves. So if we stay out of their area, they're not going to purposely come into ours. So our copperhead snakes can live in the southwest side of forested areas, but they really also like living and hanging out near streams. So if you're walking through tall grass near a lake or a river, you need to be at a high alert that there could be snakes where you're walking. So you either don't walk in tall grass where you can't see when you're walking around riverbeds or lakes, or you wear high-heeled boots so that if they bite at your feet, they know it doesn't get through your shoes. Our rattlesnakes, on the other hand, they like the more mountainous, rocky terrains. So if you're hiking and there's a boulder outcropping, a rock outcropping, a rocky slope, you don't want to be putting your hands where you can't see.
I know that my 10-year-old was playing in a creek recently, and she told me she saw a snake, and as her mother, I panicked. But yeah. I think those, that's where you're going to see them sometimes, and it's just where we live and where we, tend to be outside.
Yeah, I mean, West Virginia, we're known for our beautiful nature and all the sports that people can do outside. So this is the snake's habitat, and we have to be respectful of that. Same for our pets. You let your pet outside, you let your pet go hiking with you. Really, when you're out in the forest, your pet should be on a leash so that you can control where it goes. And if your dog's going to run into the high weeds near lakes, you need to be actually, especially on the lookout so your dog doesn't get bit as well. An important point, again, this is their habitat. It is actually against West Virginia law to kill a West Virginia snake. So they have a right to be there. If we don't mess with them, they're typically not going to mess with us. So when your daughter saw that snake or you're hiking and you see a snake, just back up. You walk faster than they slither at you. They're not going to chase after you. So just walk away and then leave that area until they're gone. So you may have wanted to be outside, but you need to go back inside. Just wait. Come back out later when they're gone.
Yeah, I would be running inside.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the do's and don'ts if someone were to get bitten by a snake. Let's talk about the don'ts first.
Well, sure. So, accidents happen. Again, we've had children that go to just pick up sporting equipment from their tall grass and they get bit. So the first thing you want to do is leave the area where the bite occurred so that you're not anywhere near the snake. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put ice on it. That can make any local injury worse. You don't want to cut it or suck it. That is not going to suck out any venom. That doesn't work for the snakes that we have in the United States. And that just introduces a lot of bacteria to the area and the potential for stitches if you cut it incorrectly. So no ice, no cutting, no sucking. If it was a venomous snake, or you're not sure and you think it might be, what you want to do is keep that area elevated to heart level and just get them to an emergency room where they can evaluate it.
Yeah. And talk about how the West Virginia Poison Center, I know that your number and your website is always available 24/7, 365 days. How can this be used for someone if they do have a question about a snake or a snake bite?
So there is no wrong or dumb question about a snake. We will take all questions. So you can just call the 1-800-222-1222. Let us know your question. We answer prevention questions as well as possible exposure questions. So just call us. We can walk you through for your specific situation, whether this is something that can be managed at home or whether this is something you would need to go to the emergency room for. We work with all our emergency rooms and hospitals in the state they'll call us for consultative information and determining whether antivenom would or would not be necessary.
So a lot of useful information from Dr. Elizabeth Sharman with the West Virginia Poison Center. And when Dr. Elizabeth Sharman was talking about the things you should do if you actually do get a bite from a snake, something she pointed out was not to use ice and home remedies that you might actually think of when you get bit by something or sucking out the possible venom. She said that's when you would call the West Virginia Poison Center or consult with a doctor or be taken to an emergency room just to get checked out. So it is a little bit of a different situation getting bitten by a snake versus getting bitten by some sort of insect or bug or bee that you're really not sure what's going on. And, you know, one thing she said is it is illegal in West Virginia to kill a West Virginia snake. And there are 22 different species of them. 2 of them are venomous. So when you see a snake, say you're walking in a creek and you see one slither out from under a rock, if you go and kill that snake, it is technically illegal in the state of West Virginia. So always at the Poison Center, you can give them a call, 1-800-222-1222, and you can reach out to them also on wvpoisoncenter.org and give them a call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And they also do take questions not just about people, but about pets as well. So if you have a question about your pet, maybe your dog or cat getting bitten by a snake, you can give them a call. But also in those situations as well, it's probably best to reach out to the vet to get some advice really catered to that pet at home as well. So we all worry about our furry friends, not just our human friends. So here on Journey Through Parenthood, if you want to reach out to me with a story idea, you can do so on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can pass along a note to me there. You can follow me for more on Journey Through Parenthood. We're here every Monday and Wednesday at 10 o'clock on the WSAZ Now Desk, and we'll be back here on Wednesday. Have a great Monday, everyone.